back. All of the teams on the final night of the season kicking off at the same time, so there will be drama at both ends of the table guaranteed. And our match will get underway following the national anthem. And a big crowd supporting both teams here in Riyadh this evening. And two great players as the two captains, Cristiano Ronaldo and N'Golo Kanté. Majid Al-Shamrani of Saudi Arabia is our referee for this game. Al-Nassr winning 5-2 in Jeddah back in December, looking for their first double over Al-Ittihad since the 2017-2018 season. Majid Al-Shamrani in charge. All of our match officials from Saudi Arabia on the final night of the campaign. And in the VAR studio, Abdullah Al-Shari will be watching on the screens. A reminder of the two teams once again, 9 changes for Al-Nassr ahead of the King's Cup final coming up on Friday. Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane, the only players retained from the 2-2 draw against Al Riyadh. 1 change for Al-Ittihad. They beat Damak 4-1 in their previous game. So Wahib Al-Manhali comes in to make only his second start of the season, with Fawaz Al-Sakour not involved. And that win for Al-Nassr back in December followed an 11-match winless run for the team from Riyadh, going back to December of 2018 against Al-Ittihad. As the visiting team here acknowledge their supporters, who have made the journey across from Jeddah in great numbers once again. And N'Golo Kanté, a World Cup winner, leading the Al-Ittihad team this evening, hoping to finish the season on a high note and potentially qualify for continental competition next season. Although Ronaldo and co will have other ideas.
Really bad challenge. I mean, he's quite fortunate. That's close, isn't it? It's a wild swing. I don't think there was any malice. He just looked to just clear the ball into touch and completely missed the ball.
Well, Shankiti receiving treatment, and there was a real thwack halfway up his right shin there, which is clearly causing him a problem. Of course, there was the earlier incident right at the start of the game in the corner down the right-hand side, that I just wonder whether there may have been some overspill from that.
The referee looks to be giving Mane the benefit of the doubt there, that it was a genuine attempt to play. I mean, it's close, isn't it? It's in between a yellow and a red. Absolutely, he's not going to be able to be afforded another challenge.
Here it is again. Well, he was nowhere near the ball. And you can see the reaction of 1 or 2 coaches on the Al-Ittihad bench. Majid Al-Shamrani, of course, does have the benefit of VAR. And he did appear to be in conversation with Abdullah Al-Shari. The play will continue. Quickly forward towards the 16-year-old Talal Al-Haji. What a story for him. Already a Saudi Arabian international, made his debut in the Asian Cup. Scored his second goal for Al-Ittihad against Damak on Thursday after becoming the youngest scorer in Roshan Saudi League history earlier on in the campaign. Al-Manhali playing it forward, but Fatil is there to clear the ball away. Al-Ghamdi again with a high ball into the box, and Rashid Najjar is in goal for Al-Nassr tonight. David Ospina not in the matchday squad. Najjar signed from Al-Tawoun, and he's kept 6 clean sheets in 12 games in all competitions, but this only his 4th appearance in the Roshan Saudi League. Conte on the move, but Fatil gets there first, but Conte quickly back to his feet. He was closed down by Mohamed Quaseb. Ronaldo going down. He was the meat in the sandwich there, and it will be a free kick for Al-Nassr.
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy start, I think, disrupted by those couple of incidents involving Sadio Mane down on the right-hand side. So, yeah, Al-Nassr in control of the ball, as we would have anticipated. Really high possession stats across the season, so they'll dictate proceedings. But looks like Al-Ittihad have come to have a go, as I touched on, being the possibility 3 up the pitch, and hopefully going to be chance at both ends.
Al-Shankiti getting the better of Mane, but it was quickly given away. Jota caught in possession, and Ronaldo almost threads it through on the edge of the... It's been a long season with so many twists and turns along the way for both of these clubs. Al-Ittihad began it as the reigning champions, but they've been some way off the pace throughout the campaign, and it's second again for Al-Nassr, despite the goals of Cristiano Ronaldo. There is a cup final still to come for them, and they'll be determined to pick up some form here tonight, albeit with a side which bears very little relation to the one which will be stepping out in Jeddah on Friday night against Al Hilal. Al-Nassr get the game underway in their familiar yellow and blue. Al-Ittihad in all black this evening. And goals do seem guaranteed. Al-Nassr, of course, looking to close in on a century in the Roshan Saudi League, and Garib will try and set them going down the left-hand side in the early stages. Sam Parkin is alongside me. So many changes made for Al-Nassr, but Sadio Mane, one of the players who is involved in the team, as he crumples under the challenge of Shankiti, and the ball yet to go out of play. Shankiti doing his best, and in the end a free kick has been given to Al-Ittihad. And is there a risk for Al-Nassr that there could be maybe a lack of cohesion tonight with so many changes in a short space of time?
Yeah, quite possibly. Defensively, communication key, a little bit of youthfulness in the fullback position. Well, certainly a lack of experience this season, a lack of starts in the fullback position. So yeah, they'll have to be coached through the game to a degree, but in the forward positions it's as we were really, with just Talisca. Otavio maybe gets in that 4, but yeah, I've really enjoyed watching Garib so far this season. It looks like he's going to be deployed over on the left-hand side, and slightly unusually, Mane's going to play off the right from the off rather than that left flank, which has been kind of his position for many a year. So they've had to rejig things, but top quality operators at the top end of the pitch.
Now Garib once again has support from Ronaldo, but the flag is up for offside, and it will be a free kick for Al-Ittihad. And they ended a 4-match winless streak with their victory against Damak on Thursday. Luis Castro, good to see him back in the technical area after his absence recently due to illness. His opposite number tonight, Marcelo Gallardo, in charge of his final game for Al-Ittihad. And there'll be the game's first yellow card here shown to Sadio Mane, and it was a rather rash challenge so early on in the game.
Took everyone by surprise, I think. Really poor challenge, mistimed, reckless.
Sulahim with the challenge. Now Al-Hassan. Bouchal makes the run in behind Sadio Mane. Luis Castro will be keen that Mane doesn't pick up another yellow card. Here is Ronaldo. No flag initially. Ronaldo needs support, or does he? He doesn't, but then the flag is raised. Well, it was some finish from that angle, but when we see it again, he is clearly offside.
Yeah, he didn't have a little look over his shoulder. Well positioned, actually. Kadish's line with Al-Nassr. Yeah, you've got to admire the finish. That angle, only way you can score, really. Into the roof of the net, crashes in off the underside of the crossbar, but gone a fraction too early.
Al-Nassr, now Conte, and he was looking to work it wide where there was some space for Ahmed Al-Ghamdi, but the move just breaking down on this occasion. Al-Ittihad last won here in September of 2021 when they enjoyed a 4-1 victory. They've often been able to cause real issues for Al-Nassr in recent seasons. Of course, they won the title in a real race during the previous campaign, their first success in 14 years, but they've been a long way short of getting anywhere close to that during the current campaign. Began in spectacular fashion with 6 wins in 7 games. The only game they lost was that remarkable 4-3 game against Al Hilal, but they then followed that up with only 2 wins in 11 as Nuno Espirito Santo was dismissed. Marcelo Gallardo was brought in, but he was told following the 5-0 loss at home to Al-Ettifaq that his services wouldn't be required for next season, so there will be another change in the technical area. Another heavy challenge here. Al-Hassan, the player who has been penalised in the end for the arm into the face.
Well, it's the right decision. I think initially the official had pointed for an Al-Nassr free kick, but it was definitely a stray arm there. And again, yes, Mane received the yellow card for that early challenge. I think that probably should have got the same decision.
Al-Shankiti got out initially, but Al-Ghamdi looking to work it forward. Then Sami Al-Nassr losing out, and here is Mane. Ronaldo made the run ahead of him, and he goes down under the challenge of Al-Shankiti. Their personal duel continues, and this time it's a free kick for Al-Nassr.
Yeah, it started really quick, this game. A lot of challenges flying in. There was an opportunity to release Ronaldo there. This is that clear offside from a few moments ago, and I thought there was an opportunity for Ronaldo to take his line off Al-Nassr, the right-sided centre-half. Wasn't able to get back on side in time, and the finish was beautiful, but in vain.
Abdulrahman Garib over the free kick. Al-Mahasne looking to organise the defensive line. Ronaldo as he so often does, stands in an offside position before retreating, just before it's taken, so Al-Ittihad need to be watchful and wary. Gary with the delivery, and in the end, it's an anti-climax for the home supporters.
Yeah, it was good position, he's got good quality, Garib. Always a threat, but yeah, a little bit too straight, didn't get the curl on it, a little bit too powerful as well to expect one of his teammates to get onto it.
Al-Nassr with 96 goals coming into this game. Ronaldo with 33, Talisca, who is injured, with 17, and Mane with 13. And those three have provided 65%, which is even more prolific than those leading the line for Al-Hilal.
It's involving Sadio Mane down on the right-hand side, so yeah, Al-Nassr in control of the ball, as we would have anticipated. Really high possession stats across the season, so they'll dictate proceedings, but looks like Al-Ittihad have come to have a go, as I touched on, being the possibility 3 up the pitch, and hopefully going to be chance at both ends.
Al-Shankiti getting the better of Mane, but it was quickly given away. Jota caught in possession, and Ronaldo almost threads it through on the edge of the penalty area for Sami Al-Naji, but the opportunity was just snuffed out.
Yeah, it was a nice initial take from Al-Naji on the half-turn. He's the one that's playing as the number 10. I was a little unsure as to how they were going to configure that front line, but Al-Naji is the one joining in with Ronaldo.
Quasset in towards Al-Naji again. Now Al-Sulahib. So many players who've been on the fringes of first-team action involved tonight for Al-Nassr, with that match coming up in the King's Cup final against Al-Hilal on Friday, the conclusion to the Saudi Arabian club season. Garib looks to keep the ball in play, but Saudi Arabia do have World Cup qualifiers coming up in June. 11 players drawn from Al-Nassr, and Al-Ittihad have been chosen in Roberto Mancini's 31-player provisional squad for games against Pakistan and Jordan. Saudi Arabia currently top of their group, 3 wins and a draw, looking to qualify for the 3rd round of the World Cup quest, which would take place throughout next season, as Fatil has a problem here, and the young man Al-Haji making a nuisance of himself, and it will be a throw-in very close to the corner flag on this near side. Of course, no Benzema, no Hamdallah for Al-Ittihad due to injury. But Abdul Razak Hamdallah scored 2 penalties the last time Al-Nassr beat Al-Ittihad before this season, and that was back in December of 2018. He was on the way to becoming the record goal scorer in a season in the Russian Saudi League when he managed 34, and that's a record that Cristiano Ronaldo could break here tonight. Quassim with the long free kick forward. Al-Ittihad with only 61 goals this season. Too many blanks going forward has been a real problem for them, as Jota is flagged offside. Of course, they went with Benzema and Hamdallah, 2 legendary players, but at times there was the accusation that they were possibly slightly too similar.
Yeah, it's a struggle so far this evening, no question. Without a recognised striker, you can see that there's not that connection between the rest of the team and the front 3 to this point. Just finding it hard to build it into the final third and get any territory, really. This is the best sequence, maybe in the last minute, that they've had. Strung a few passes together, but too many offsides as well early part of this game. Both teams been guilty of that.
Jota looking to put the pressure on Al-Bushal. Mane, though, has given the ball away. Al-Naji, Al-Shankiti. Al-Nassr. Have a huge amount of pace in the game at the start, and that's despite the derby atmosphere off the field. Of course, this is Riyadh against Jeddah, but there is usually so much intensity when these two teams meet. And the temperature 35 degrees Celsius at kick-off time, which helps to explain the tempo we've seen in the early stages. And matches between Al-Nassr and Al-Ittihad are often a game of chess until things settle down. Guazem. It was met by Al-Nassr, and it will be a throw-in for Al-Nassr. They do already have silverware this season when they beat Al-Hilal in the final of the Arab Champions Club Cup. It was right at the start of the season. Of course, beaten by Al-Hilal in the Super Cup. Al-Ain knocked them out of the Asian Champions League, the team which ultimately are the only team so far this season to have beaten Al-Hilal, and they won the competition with a decisive 5-1 victory in the second leg of their final against Yokohama at the weekend, as Fatil makes the challenge on Ahmed Al-Ghamdi there.
They just got a little bit of a foothold, Al-Ittihad, in the last few moments. Talked about that lack of connection between their midfield and the attack. You could probably say the same about Al-Nassr. Start of this game, couple of forays forwards. Obviously the Ronaldo disallowed goal, the free kick from Garib, but nothing really to report on either goal at this stage.
Mane looks for Ronaldo. Al-Nassr forward on the edge of the penalty area. But there is the flag for Ronaldo once again.
You may be suggesting that Mane just held on to it a fraction too long there. Just wriggled away from a couple of challenges. That one looks a lot tighter. It was actually okay.
Free kick for the challenge on Ahmed Al-Ghamdi. It's been rather scrappy so far. Of course, we had the explosive finish from Ronaldo from an offside position. Al-Shankiti, Jota, taken down by Nawaf Al-Bushal.
Actually, the official had pointed for an Al-Nassr free kick, but it was definitely a stray arm there. And again, yes, Mane received the yellow card for that early challenge. I think that probably should have got the same decision.
Al-Shankiti cut out initially, but Al-Ghamdi looking to work it forward. Then Sami Al-Nassr losing out, and here is Mane. Ronaldo made the run ahead of him, and he goes down under the challenge of Al-Shankiti. Their personal duel continues, and this time it's a free kick for Al-Nassr.
Yeah, it started really quick, this game. A lot of challenges flying in. There was an opportunity to release Ronaldo there. This is that clear offside from a few moments ago, and I thought there was an opportunity for Ronaldo to take his line off Al-Nassr, the right-sided centre-half. Wasn't able to get back on side in time, and the finish was beautiful, but in vain.
Abdulrahman Garib over the free kick. Al-Mahasne looking to organise the defensive line. Ronaldo, as he so often does, stands in an offside position before retreating, just before it's taken, so Al-Ittihad need to be watchful and wary. Garib with the delivery, and in the end, it's an anti-climax for the home supporters.
Yeah, it was good position, he's got good quality, Garib. Always a threat, but Yeah, a little bit too straight, didn't get the curl on it. A little bit too powerful as well to expect one of his teammates to get onto it.
Al-Nassr with 96 goals coming into this game. Ronaldo with 33, Talisca, who was injured, with 17, and Mane with 13. And those three have provided 65%, which is even more prolific than those leading the line for Al Hilal. Ronaldo with 33 goals and Alexander Mitrovic with 27. Al Hilal coming into their final game of the season on 99 goals. Al Hassan, won back by Conte. Al Shankiti. Mane will come back. Jota. Now Al Ghamdi. Mohamed Quassem with the opportunity to try and get forward again down the left-hand side. Garib. As we approach the midway point of the first half, that shot from Mane straight at Al-Mahasne, the only real effort we've seen from either side. Mane again. Al-Shankiti, though, does well to clear, but Al-Nassr will win it back deep inside the penalty area. Forced outside, has support from Mane. But in the end, it's cleared off Mane by Al-Nassr, and it will be a goal kick.
It was just a moment there where you felt that Kadesh was really going to commit himself to the challenge coming up here. He actually did really well, just get a toe on the ball, not dive in, use his physicality to really good effect, and that's not the first time. Showcased impressive defending.
Conte. Ahmed Al Ghamdi working it wide. Jota. Now Faisal Al Ghamdi. Ahmed Al Ghamdi again. And he went for a very ambitious effort from there, which was always swinging wide.
Yeah, Jota's the one who's been looking the brightest, I would say, in an attacking sense. Speculative effort there, but Jota, I think, up against Al Bashar is going to have his work cut out in terms of beating him for pace, so Jota just needs to maybe come infield off that line and try and get up against those two centre-halves when they're in kind of transition, when they're playing a bit more on the counter-attack, when there's space in behind to exploit. Jota looks like he's the one that can supply that in abundance.
Marcelo Gallardo was linked with the job at Milan in Italy after the news of his impending departure from Al-Ittihad was confirmed, but Paulo Fonseca appears to be in the running for that job at the moment. But of course there will be, I'm sure, plenty of movement elsewhere in the Roshan Saudi League between now and the opening day of next season, with a number of eye-catching names already tipped to come in. Quasim with the cross. Kadesh rising above Ronaldo. Al-Nassr. Here is Al-Shankiti again. He gets the help of the 16-year-old. And here is Conte. Al Ghamdi. Conte again, who really seems to thrive on the responsibility he has in this Al-Ittihad team, without so many senior teammates due to injury. Faisal Al Ghamdi. And now Hassan Kadesh. And the big boot from Al-Mahasne. And Al Fatih. And Al-Amri, the central defensive partnership for Al-Nassr tonight. Of course, Aymeric Laporte was suspended following his red card against them, but Paulo Fonseca appears to be in the running for that job at the moment. But of course there will be, I'm sure, plenty of movement elsewhere in the Roshan Saudi League between now and the opening day of next season, with a number of eye-catching names already tipped to come in. Bazim with the cross. Kadesh rising above Ronaldo. Al-Nassr. Here is Al-Shankiti again. He gets the help of the 16-year-old. And here is Conte. Al-Ghamdi. Conte again, who really seems to thrive on the responsibility he has in this Al-Ittihad team, without so many senior teammates due to injury. Faisal Al-Ghamdi. And now Hassan Kadesh. And the big boot from Al-Mahazne. And Al-Fatih. And Al-Amri, the central defensive partnership for Al-Nassr tonight. Of course, Aymeric Laporte was suspended following his red card against Al-Riyadh. Alex Tellez also unavailable for this game. Conte. There was some frustration shown there from Al-Ittihad at the lack of movement further forward, but here is Al-Haji now. Sliding in was Al-Fatih. The long ball forward nearly picked out Mane, but it was read superbly by Kadesh. Al-Shankiti, Jota. Al-Shankiti again. And it's cut out by Al-Sulahid.
Yeah, it's well read. Just starting to play a few passes, though, in the final third. Al-Ittihad, Haji in the game all of a sudden.
And they've won it back. N'Golo Conte! And he curls it too high.
Yeah, product of good work rate without the ball.
Bazem. It was met by Al-Nassr, and it will be a throw-in for Al-Nassr. They do already have silverware this season when they beat Al-Hilal in the final of the Arab Champions Club Cup. That was right at the start of the season. Of course, beaten by Al-Hilal in the Super Cup. Al-Ain knocked them out of the Asian Champions League, the team which ultimately are the only team so far this season to have beaten Al-Hilal, and they won the competition with a decisive 5-1 victory in the second leg of their final against Yokohama at the weekend, as Fatih makes the challenge on Ahmed Al-Ghamdi there.
They just got a little bit of a foothold, Al-Ittihad, in the last few moments. Talked about that lack of connection between their midfield and the attack. You could probably say the same about Al-Nassr. Start of this game, couple of forays forwards. Obviously the Ronaldo disallowed goal, the free kick from Garib, but nothing really to report on either goal at this stage.
Mane looks for Ronaldo. Al-Nassr forward on the edge of the penalty area. But there is the flag for Ronaldo once again.
You may be suggesting that Mane just held on to it a fraction too long there. Just wriggled away from a couple of challenges. That one looks a lot tighter. It was actually okay.
Free kick for the challenge on Ahmed Al-Ghamdi. been rather scrappy so far. Of course, we had the explosive finish from Ronaldo from an offside position. Al-Shankiti, Jota, taken down by Nawaf Al-Bushal. Well, Mane is suggesting it should be a throw-in, but it's a fairly clear-cut free kick. Al-Shankiti, Al-Hassan with a touch, and Al-Bushal though was given the ball away to Al-Naji. Jota, Al-Ghamdi, Al-Nashiri. He's done well to win it back second time around, but this time Garib has the opportunity to look to release Al-Naji further forward. Hassan Kadesh though does well. Ronaldo almost won it back, and I think he knew he got the final touch there.
It was a shame. It was a good run from a deeper position from Al-Naji, and a wonderful touch, taking it out of the sky. Did well, defended it excellently, Kadesh.
Najar making his first appearance since the 17th of February, the opening match of the second half of the campaign, when he was injured in the victory against Al Tawud. Garib again looking to use his pace. But in the end, he carries the ball too far as he tangles with Al-Manhali.
Yeah, they've been forced into playing longer passes at the moment. That trio of Al-Ittihad midfield players, led by Conte, who's playing actually as an advanced midfielder, so he kind of going and closing, being quite aggressive, and it means that not really a pass into midfield on for Al-Nassr, hence why just trying to turn Al-Ittihad around, going a little bit longer, using the pace of Mane and Al-Garib in particular.
Al-Ghamdi heads into traffic, and it's Al-Sahim who comes away with the ball. Now Garib. And he's got support on the outside. And the cross in will find Mane. And Mane's shot, though, was too close to Al-Mahazni.
Yeah, good move down the left-hand side. Garib coming in field. First time we've seen this from Qasim on the overlap. Good ball. Three players to hit, actually, pulling it back into that area. Mane just couldn't get their power or direction.
Al-Nassr plays it forward now. Jota in pursuit. And Najar comes some way outside his penalty area, almost finds Al-Naji. But now Al-Shankiti. And here is Faisal Al-Ghamdi. Al-Shankiti carries on, but he could be caught out of position here. Al-Sulahim and Fatil.
All turning over, Jota nice and sharp. Conte just couldn't get that down onto the target, but yeah, last few minutes started getting it into the front man, Hadji. He's been very much a bystander up until 25 minutes or so. A couple of lovely assured touches with his left foot coming off, and needs players around him. Up against two physical centre-halves. Obviously, loads of potential, but inexperienced. Needs players to be close to him so he can play one touch, as he has done in the last few moments.
Conte wins it back. Al-Ghamdi in support. Now, Al-Manhali. And Al-Nassr. Al-Ghamdi turning well. Al-Hadji looking to make the move in behind, but the pass never arrived. Al-Sulahim. Garib. And here is Ronaldo. Al-Nassr drawn out to the centre. Only Mane in the middle now for Al-Nassr. But it's pulled back to Al-Sulahim. And he was quickly closed down by Al-Ghamdi, and the move then rapidly breaks down for Al-Nassr, the errant pass from Al-Hassan. Conte. Faisal Al-Ghamdi has the support of Al-Shankiti, and it's been noticeable, Sam, that Mane has been fairly conservative in the way he's challenged Al-Shankiti since the yellow card.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's the most natural of tacklers at the best of times, Mane, but he's given himself a problem early part of this game, and the initiative is with Al-Shankiti to be nice and aggressive up against his opposite number. I think he's actually marshalled him well to this stage, having got that hefty whack in the very opening exchanges of this fixture.
Well, of course, Al-Ittihad must win this game and hope that Al Tawoun drop points. They are currently goalless at home to Al-Ettifaq. They currently sit in 4th position, which guarantees qualification for Asian Champions League 2. Jota's cross in is quickly cut out, and Al Salahim is able to hammer the ball away. And there has been a goal in the game between Al Wahda and Al Hilal. Mohamed Kano has put the champions ahead, and that is their 100th goal of the season as Ronaldo tangles with Hassan Kadesh.
It's a really even game now, but
and he was ineligible for the first half of the season for the Roshan Saudi League. Jota only really played in the Asian Champions League as they look to juggle their resources. Al-Amri, now Al Salahim. He was seeking out Ronaldo, but it's guarded back by Al-Manhali. Hassan Kadesh thought about using Al-Mahasne, but then saw Ronaldo in the corner of his eye. Mane. Just unable to keep the ball in play. Well, there is plenty of quality available on the bench. Otavio, one of those players for Al-Nassr. As both sets of players head towards this near side for a cooling break. And as you say, Sam, it's been attritional so far, but very even.
yeah, I think Al-Ittihad will be the happier of the two teams. I think they've wrestled a little bit of control back after a difficult opening 15-20 minutes. Well, Al-Nassr started with the majority of the ball and the majority of the chances, but Al-Ittihad, for such a depleted 11, probably looking the slightly better side at the moment, and the most likely maybe to create something. So yeah, so far job well done, and I'm sure it'll be the target of Gallardo to get through this first half and potentially take a few more risks as the second half wears on. So yeah, I would say absolutely his dugout will be the happier place right now, hence why there's some quite animated instructions going on from Lucas Castro and his Al-Nassr staff.
A reminder elsewhere, Al Hilal have their 100th goal of the season as they chase invincibility in the Roshan Saudi League. And at the bottom of the table, Al Riyadh have taken the lead in their match at Al Khalil. Andre Gray with the opening goal there. Al Riyadh know that a victory will seal survival. And the three other teams who are currently involved are yet to score this evening. And of course, two of them are playing each other, which does add a high degree of jeopardy, but Al Riyadh are taking care of their business at the moment, but it's goalless between Al Tai and Al Okdu. Mane looking for Ronaldo. Mane claims he was caught late, but it's back with Al Mahasna.
And just a bit of a lack of conviction in Al-Ittihad when they're attacking there. Jota down the left-hand side, got good possession, only Hadji in the 18-yard box to hit. They need to show a little bit more desire, a little bit more appetite. They're serious about winning this game, need to flood the box.
Gary. Now Al-Sulahim. And he's picked out Mane. Al-Shankiti is quickly across. But once again, Al-Nassr are slightly laboured in possession. When they try and go down the middle, that's where Al-Ittihad have got the most populated areas, but they work it wide to Mane here. The cross on the stretch is beyond Ronaldo, but Garib is quick enough to keep the ball in play, but in the end I think it went behind.
Yeah, again, the route seems to be that direct ball diagonally this time for Mane, and yeah, that one swings out of play, but they're not getting any joy, as you say, Nigel, trying to play through. Al-Ittihad got a nice compact three in there, who are working incredibly hard, probably having the better of that area, I would suggest right now, and it is just forcing that longer ball to try and turn them. Got it on occasion, but yeah, it's a really even game, and I would suggest that Al-Ittihad are quite content with how things are going and playing out in this first half.
Forward from Saeed Al-Mosa, youngster signed from Al-Ettifaq, and here is Conte. Jota in space to the left. Al-Hadji in the middle again. Jota able to cut back. Al-Hadji made the run, then had to check back. Al-Ghamdi. And the cross in now towards Al-Hadji, met by Al-Fatih though. Jota. And Al-Bashal did well, and he's quick as well to pick out Mane. But Mane didn't see the pace there of Al-Shankiti, who arrived in a blur.
Another wasted opportunity, really. Jota, good position at the other end, and I think there he did take one or two touches too many. Hadji was on for it to be slid first time. But they're getting some joy, especially through that man.
Jota with 5 goals and 1 assist so far this season, and an opportunity for Al-Nassr. Ronaldo to his left, but he tried to thread the eye of the needle, and in the end the cross was blocked. But here is Al-Nassr again. Al-Bashal deep into the penalty area, and the corner kick conceded by Al-Shankiti.
Yeah, right on cue there. I was bemoaning the link between midfield and attack. Al-Nassr, for probably the first time in this game, picked up a nice bit of space in the pocket between defence and midfield, got turned, and very nearly created an opportunity. Need to see more of that.
We told you a few moments ago that Al Riyadh had taken the lead at Al Khalil, but that goal has now been disallowed following a VAR check, and it remains 0-0. Garib with the corner. Met well by Talal Hadji. Al-Sulahim, Garib, Al-Bashal, and the ball spinning away off Al-Garib, but not out of play. But Al-Ittihad have got the ball back anyway. Al-Nassr have the highest passing accuracy in the Roshan Saudi League at 90%, but they've given the ball away cheaply at times here tonight.
Yeah, I think understandably there's a little bit of a lack of rhythm. Probably not two teams that have been deployed at any stage from the off this season, such as the amount of changes. So just searching for that rhythm really in the opening half. But like I touched on a few moments ago, I think Al-Ittihad have played their way into the game and defended really resolutely. They're looking like the structure of the team is pretty good, and that's been asked a lot of questions.
Still goalless as well between Al Tawoun and Al-Ettifaq. Al Tawoun, no, a win will mean 4th place ahead of Al-Ittihad. Guided wide by Al-Nassr. Garib, Al-Sulahim, Ronaldo, finding Mohamed Quazen. And now Garib again. Good covering challenge though from Al-Nassr, but at the expense of a corner.
Yeah, good play, midfield player plugging a gap. Nice link up again on the left-hand side. Kazim, Garib, been bright at times, probably had a little bit more threat on the left flank, but Garib unable to get to the byline and produce that delivery that Ronaldo will be waiting for.
Garib does have 11 assists in all competitions this season, 6 in the Roshan Saudi League. His corner looking for Ronaldo. Doesn't quite fall for Al-Hassan at the far post, and I wonder there if Ronaldo just took the ball away from Al-Fatih.
Yeah, he's up early, Ronaldo. Just gets the faintest of touches. Almost turned into an opportunity, just skipped up, didn't it? A little bit too high for Al-Hassan to fashion a shooting opportunity on the goal.
Jota looking for a run of Talal Hadji. Now Mohamed Kwazem again. Al-Salahim, Al-Hassan. Al-Bashal. And again, it is all coming down this near side, looking for Mane, but he's been given fight balls really against the pace of Al-Shankiti, which doesn't really play to his strengths. Al-Shankiti again, finding Jota. And Faisal Al-Ghamdi. Al-Nassr. Al-Manhali. Conte. Looking to shrug off Sami Al-Naji. Jota. And Faisal Al-Ghamdi. Conte. He's given the ball away rather cheaply to Al-Naji. And here is Ronaldo. Just running out of room. And we've seen him score in spectacular fashion from an offside position, but apart from that, he's not really had the service so far.
No, rarity to get to this stage of the half and him not have peppered the goal with a few attempts. Just that one to talk of, that little faint header from a delivery a few moments ago. But yeah, starved the service to this point, and yeah, probably been a feature of the half that they've been forced into going long. Al-Nassr had to play down the sides or in beyond. Al-Ittihad just missing that link. I'm sure Otavio will probably be utilised at some stage, and his roaming around the pitch and his technical quality between the lines does give them a nice option, knitting the midfield and the attack. They're just lacking that at the moment, so it's all a little bit one-dimensional.
And here it's work hard, but as you said, Sam, it's difficult for a 16-year-old on his own with fairly sporadic service.
Yeah, when they can get the ball higher up the pitch around the halfway line, he showed intelligently. His touch looks really good. The awareness as well to pop it off 1 and 2 touch, but when it's coming from such deep positions, I mean, that's tough for the most experienced of number 9. So for him to be playing that central role, it needs to be on the deck, it needs to be cute service. Those speculative 40, 50-yard balls, they're just going to come straight back from the centre halves.
Conte. 90 seconds of normal time left in the first half. Here is Al-Naji. And there is space for Mane. The early ball in for Ronaldo! And the flag is raised again. And the celebrations are stalled for now. A look of bemusement on the face of Ronaldo. He thought that was the record-equaling moment.
It looks like it's Ronaldo rather than Mane, and that picture would suggest so as well. It's a thing of beauty from Sadio Mane. It has to be pacey, and it's the right call. It's gone a fraction too early once more, but admire that delivery from Mane. It's tough to get that spot on. It's inch perfect, pace, direction. It's the right call once more from the official on this near side.
Well, the celebrations quickly turn to disappointment A second disallowed goal in the first half for Cristiano Ronaldo. 48 goals in 49 games before tonight in all competitions. So he's chasing the half-century. He is chasing the RSL season record. But he's been out of luck so far. Mane. Al-Shankiti taking evasive action as we go into a minimum of 4 more minutes. Al-Ghamdi. Jota. Only Hadji waits in the centre. Conte. Al-Bashal going down as the challenge came in from Ahmed Al-Ghamdi, and it will be a free kick for Al-Nassr.
Yeah, he's a flyer, Al-Bashal, so sharp across the ground there. Any slight little nick, he was going to go flying, and I think he got it. I think that was the right decision, just as Al-Ittihad were looking like they were in business.
Now an opportunity for Quasim again. 3 in the centre. Ronaldo pulls away to the far post. Al-Shankiti with the clearance. Now Al-Amri. Space for him. He tried to slide it through to Ronaldo, and he almost did. But now he will have to retreat. Hadji. In the big game at the bottom, Al-Nassr lead at Al-Tai by a goal to nil just before half-time. They must win and hope, and at the moment they are winning. Mane caught out. And it's back to Al-Mahasna. So saviour Godwin with the goal for Al-Nassr, and we'll wait to see if he is the saviour this evening. But Al-Nassr at the moment are heading out of the relegation zone. Here is Ronaldo, takes the ball down superbly, and Ronaldo makes no mistake this time. And he's equalled the record. 34 goals in a Roshan Saudi League season for Cristiano Ronaldo. He seems to break a record with every single game, and that was classic Ronaldo.
Well, it's a brilliant pass, absolutely exquisite, and this time he gets his movement spot on. Great awareness, just a pull on the shoulder of Al-Nassr, and then the finish is exquisite because he's getting pressurised, the goalkeeper and defender getting back at him to control that, to just relax at the vital moment and steer it beyond the goalkeeper. First-class finish.
34 goals in the Roshan Saudi League, 49 goals in all competitions for Al-Nassr, for Cristiano Ronaldo. Al-Sahim coming forward again, looking for Ronaldo again, and this time Al-Mahasna makes an excellent save.
Again, that would have been tight. Looks across at the official on this near side. Not sure if the flag was raised, but another unbelievable opportunity for Ronaldo to get his second in the quickest of succession.
Al-Nassr. Here is Garib. Ronaldo waits in the centre. Garib looked to shape the ball back to it, but now he will have to retreat. Hadji. In the big game at the bottom, Al-Nassr lead at Al-Tai by a goal to nil just before half-time. They must win and hope, and at the moment they are winning. Mane caught out. And it's back to Al-Mahasna. Saviour Godwin with the goal for Al-Nassr, and we'll wait to see if he is the saviour this evening. But Al-Nassr at the moment are heading out of the relegation zone. Here is Ronaldo, takes the ball down superbly, and Ronaldo makes no mistake this time. And he's equalled the record. 34 goals in a Russian Saudi League season for Cristiano Ronaldo. He seems to break a record with every single game, and that was classic Ronaldo.
Well, it's a brilliant pass, absolutely exquisite, and this time he gets his movement spot on. Great awareness, just a pull on the shoulder of Al-Nassr, and then the finish is exquisite because he's getting pressurised, the goalkeeper and defender getting back at him to control that, to just relax at the vital moment and steer it beyond the goalkeeper. First-class finish.
34 goals in the Russian Saudi League, 49 goals in all competitions for Al-Nassr, for Cristiano Ronaldo. Al-Sahim coming forward again, looking for Ronaldo again, and this time Al-Mahasne makes an excellent save.
Again, that would have been tight. He looks across at the official on this near side. Not sure if the flag was raised, but another unbelievable opportunity for Ronaldo to get his second in the quickest of succession.
Al-Nassr. Here is Garib. Ronaldo waits in the centre. Garib looked to shape the ball back to where Ronaldo was standing, but of course, by the time he'd done that, he'd moved. And here is Jota for Al-Ittihad, who at the moment will be finishing with nothing, not even a place in the Asian Champions League 2 for next season. Jota. And that is half-time. And after two disallowed goals, it was third time lucky for Cristiano Ronaldo. A brilliant finish to open the scoring for Al-Nassr and equal the season scoring record in the Russian Saudi League.